All in all, we have a pretty pleasant December day in the Volunteer State. The chilly rain from last night has moved on. The temps have bumped up a bit here at Nissan Stadium in Nashville.
It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Tennessee Titans.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Here we go. Reload.
They'll begin on the ground here with Abanikanda. Across midfield.
And down to the 28-yard line. A big play there on the first play of the game. Give him 53 yards on the ground. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak, and what's working in their favor, the winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. To throw, Webb.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well.
Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Israel Abanikanda with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He finds his man complete. It's Stevens. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Back to throw now on 1st down. He finds his man complete. It's Stevens. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
The Titans had 5-9 on the year. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. That means they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Right back to Dobbins on first.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
You look at this Jaguar defense.
They really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
I just consider myself fortunate that I'm not in charge of the offensive line. They gave up 7 sacks last week. And if things don't improve in this game, the head coach isn't going to be looking at the offensive line. He's going to be looking at the offensive line coach. And that's when things get dicey.
Off the RPO, he completes it. So no gain on the play.
And 3rd and 8 now. This defense for the Jags, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
He's got his target. That's complete.
Touchdown, Titans.
John Mechie,
his 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Titans respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own.
I think if you pulled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then it's the wide receiver. Great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job right there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
On the handoff, Abanikanda.
And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Third and 5.
Here's Webb. That is caught. Fighting through it. He's got space. There he goes left side.
Garrett Wilson.
Touchdown.
Garrett Wilson.
75 yards. And the Jaguars have taken the lead.
Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap. especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Another run here with Dobbins. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Under a minute to go. Clock running and a back-and-forth first quarter of play. Mechie, the man in motion. Second and 4. Caught left side by Mechie. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Titans. J.K. Dobbins, 51 yards. And the Titans are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point try now from Dicker. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter.
Let's go now.
From the 25, here's second down and 8.
Ready.
Webb now from the gun. He's got the hookup downfield to Samuel. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Abanikanda on 1st and 10. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
We'll give now to Abanikanda.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
Ready, ready.
So now they operate back from their side of the field here, 2nd and long. Here's Webb. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 34.
Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Webb now. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. From 17 yards out, and the Jaguars have moved out in front. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of people are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. He was able to get away initially on that play, but ultimately not much space to roam.
Great job there by them containing him, because you mentioned he got away initially, and how many times does that end up with a guy taking off for 15 or 20 yards? Here, the support was there, and they made the tackle for a loss.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Out of the gun now on third down.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Now a first down throw. Webb. And he will find his man Samuel. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That's good for 28 yards.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4.
Webb. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Only a yard of the completion. It's second and goal.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in cover.
And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown.
Israel Abanikanda,
his 21st touchdown of the season.
And the Jaguars have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Now he's forced out right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Here's Bryce Baringer on now to punt.
I got you, boy.
And he'll take it just outside the 40. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget Paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game.
Break it.
I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude But your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost,
hold on to it.
Take care of the football. That's all he needed to do.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line.
First down now, but that clock rolling. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Got a man, and it's taken in for the Titans touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Titans get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And they're within 7 now, 28-21.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room.
To throw on 2nd down, here's Webb.
He finds Wilson on the move past the 40
and all the way down to the 33-yard line. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Webb. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
These two teams, they met earlier in the year in Jacksonville with the Jags coming out on top. So a win here in Nashville would give them the season series. Here's 2nd and 10.
Now Webb. This is caught. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Deebo Samuel, 33 yards. And the Jags will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away.
Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
He finds his man complete. It's Stevens. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
It's a loss of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long.
Brings up 2nd and 20 at the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting more pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Now Dobbins again on second down. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. A pitch comes to Dobbins, and he'll be out right at the 35. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. Third and long.
19 Lions. Buffalo 18.
They'll drop to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On now is the Titans punter, standing just outside his own goal line. It's fielded at the 45. A very good return that time. 18 yards. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. A play fake. Now Webb. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one goes for 24 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he's brought down. 77 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign. Pretty big plays there back-to-back to begin this drive, and now they're already on the edge of the end zone.
Yeah, first and goal, and it's time for me to pay off those big guys up front.
Touchdown, Jaguars! Garrett Wilson, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Jaguars have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And it'll be first and goal at the 7-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner, forget starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
Now he's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances, so they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
On second down, it's Abanikanda. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
This has not been a fun sequence for him at all. First and goal, no gain. Second and goal, he ends up losing yardage. He may be trying to talk him into getting the ball third time, but I think it's going to be difficult for him to win that battle.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. Out of the gun, it's Webb. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. Well, he's got to have that wrong, doesn't he? They declined that.
There's no doubt about it. Sorry to step on you there, partner, but let's go ahead and run this one together, right? Incomplete pass, yet they call pass interference, and somehow you're going to decline that.
I'm so confused. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's caught downfield by Mechie. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. They're going to look to throw. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Another first down there as this one goes for 25.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
A give up the middle to Dobbins. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. When they're lined up in the 46 defense like that, running is just going to be a slog.
Especially if you're trying to run it in the middle of the defense. So what you're hoping, get a stalemate against the 3 across the front, and can you get some one-on-one blocks that you can win on the perimeter? To me, that's the best place to carry the football.
Now Dobbins again on second down. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 106 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
On third down, here's Dobbins. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is good. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Cowboy 80.
Abanikanda once again. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
This now a 3rd and 4. To throw, Webb. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. From the gun, here's Abanikanda. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
We're off to the 4th quarter here on Christmas Eve. From the 43, it's 2nd and 3. Now they try the right side here. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defense in front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A big play there on the catch and run, and it's going to yield a new set of downs. The passing game continues to be their friend, even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles. They're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. If they continue to throw these safe passes, who can blame them?
On the ground, it's Abanikanda, and a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air, eluding the pressure.
Dobbins hit and he fumbles, and the Jags grab it.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
Come on. Hit.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Got it. Ready?
Here's 2nd and 7.
Ready.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And the Jags are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Let's go.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Jags, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Lambeau to take on the Packers. Meanwhile, for Tennessee,